It was a few years ago in a Worlds. A kid who was 52 kilograms won the World Championships. So, you know, it's not. But obviously, the more weight in a boat like this is just, yeah, obviously not so quick. All right. So we've done all our corner tails. We've checked all these. This one's pretty tight in here. This one I've just left off about 5 mil because we want that one to be able to move a little bit. The out haul is set up like this. If we can see, it's got like a little bit of a purchase system to it. Okay, so it just starts here, through there, back through there, and then up to our cleat, so we can pull the little purchase on that. Let me get the sprit halyard here.
Does the Optimist Association have a machine sheet sort of thing?
Yeah. Look, I was going to say there's a whole bunch of stuff on the internet. Yeah. So just search up. I've actually got with me quite a good book. I'm happy to leave it with you guys to have a flick through. It's really, really good. And just helps with the setup of things, how to sail them, that kind of stuff. Right, so we're pretty much set up here. We need a vang rope off here. We need something like maybe this, but we only need about 800 millimetres of rope.
They've been, shuffled a bit.
Yeah. If there's any other bits there.
Sure. How much do you trust?
I can see a sail tie's already tied on here. A spare one, because they do come off. Probably. Well, it should be about 5 or 6 mil rope. I'll stand the mast in the boat, and we'll have a bit of a look. Okay, so we need. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's about right size actually. It's a bit long, but we'll rig it up anyway. Can always trim that later. Be really careful with these boats that if this mast jumps out like this and then twists over, it'll break that deck. And it's happened, I've seen it happen. Or I've seen a mast jump out while a kid's upside down in the boat and he rights the boat and the thing's hanging out. It'll break this whole area that it needs repair, okay? So it's really important that this mast clamp goes on, okay?
And that's in underneath as high as you can get it?
In underneath, up under the deck. So it's just right up under there that stops the mast from coming up. And it's as simple as just, you can load it up where you can see it, slide it up, and then clamp it shut.
It was made for kids to do that, wasn't it?
Yeah. When you're putting it on, try and make sure it's not jammed up really hard, because this is rubber here, this needs to swivel. Okay, so it's kind of push it up hard, pull it down like 1 millimetre. Okay, does that make sense?
Are you still looking for that vang rope, or you got it?
Yeah, we got it.
I've got a vang rope there, so that's good. I'm going to slide this up now, back down 1 millimetre, and then tighten that up. So now that can swivel easily, but the mast can't come out. Okay. Hook our main sheet on. So obviously getting the kids just to check that this is not twisted. Okay, we can see this bridle here. This we really want tied as short as possible. Okay, and the reason being for that is when the kids are ducking underneath through here, they don't want this hanging down, getting caught on them, okay? There is also a maximum measurement of 10 centimetres for that bridle, but we always try and get it as tight as we can. Okay. Just going to pull the sprit up a little bit so we can see we've got all of our sail ties and our corners done right. When we look at the sail and we have this crease here, that means that we obviously don't have enough sprit on. So the more we pull the sprit on, the more that gets rid of that crease. Okay, until we have a sail that kind of looks like it should with not many creases in it. If we kept going with this, and I'll just overdo it there a little bit, we can see what we're doing to the sail there is we're just simply pulling the sprit on way too hard. Okay, and we're just creating this vertical crease. So what we try and do here is a lot of the kids will go like this and then they'll do this. Try and get the kids to pull it out like this and release a little bit, or pull it down like that as well. You should actually have a handle on it. One of those handles. The idea is that you have the handle sitting about here so the kids can actually lean forward and just push down on the handle and pull it and adjust it.
So is that a set yet?
No, that's something that's adjusted quite a bit. And it can be, when the kids are getting better at their skills, they'll adjust that on their own as well.
During the race.
Yeah, even during the race, yeah. Just spin around in the wheel a little bit. Okay, so we're just setting the sail up. This is a little bit long actually. Just like that.
Bruises all over the shop, isn't it?
It's definitely not
Yeah.
southerly.
We'll just pull on a nice little bit of outhaul. If it's 10 knots and above, just jam it right on. Like any boat, you would just start to flatten everything off. Okay, so it's just going to flatten that bottom third of the sail. Obviously, if it's a little bit lighter, let's just push a bit of power into it. Okay, there's no need to go any more than this where it starts to wrinkle up here, okay? It creates a much deeper sail. Let's just go about sort of halfway for the moment. Now, another part of the setup is our vang. So we've got our vang rope through. So this vang rope's a little bit long. Some of the kids might even take this over here, because you can see the vang is actually just a one-to-one. Like it has no purchase in it, it's just one-to-one. Some of the kids will take a rope over and they might have it cut about here. What it means is they can sort of push down on it like that, and they can actually get a bit of tension on it. The other way to do it, and the way we normally would do it, is just simply to pull the actual main sheet on, and you can see the vang going loose, but we can now pull that on. And that gets firmer there. The windier it gets, you just can't get enough vang on. Like it's just seriously, if it's blowing 20 knots off here, as much vang as you can get, okay, is really, really important. And the way that we do that is try and get the cleat in line. We can actually pull this on literally till the boom's almost hitting the deck. You can just see you bending everything. Pull this on here, jam it with your finger, just release it gently, and you can feel how tight that is now. That's the sort of tension you need when it's breezy. If we don't have that, it's really slow upwind, and it's also downwind. It makes the boat very unstable. So if there's not enough vang on and the leach is very open, the boat can just become quite tippy downwind. So when kids sort of go, "Whoa, I'm really wobbly downwind," generally it's not enough vang in the boats. Okay?
Can they get it on downwind?
Not downwind. Yeah, it's almost a little bit of a set and forget for the race. The better skilled kids will actually stop their boat sort of head to wind. They'll let go of the tiller. The boat will just sit kind of into the wind. They'll quickly just go, pull it, let it go, grab their tiller, and off they go again.
It's amazing how much bow you get into just a 3-to-1 system.
Yeah. So yeah, the better kids will be able to do that on their own. If I'm out in the coach boat and I'm helping them and I see a kid hasn't got enough vang and they're just a silver fleeter or, still learning to race sort of thing, I'll say, come over here, come and give me a hand. I'll give you a hand. Get them to pull the main sheet on as hard as they can. They can use both hands while you're hanging on to them on the coach boat. and then you can help them pull the vang on there. Okay, but it's important to make sure that is tight. Okay. Just going to ease that a sec.
So after you've set that, is that when you play around with your spit, is it?
Yeah, your sprit. So I'm sort of looking at the sprit tension here. You can just start to see a bit of a line there, which means it's pulled pretty firm, but we're sitting in no wind right now. As soon as you go in 5 knots of breeze, that'll be fine. Okay. If it's, actually we looked at that crease before. So this crease here, this is what we can call a depowering crease. So oppies can go out and sail in 35 knots of breeze, no problem.
Wow.
Because what you do is you actually release the sprit, which gives you this crease from the boom to the top of the mast. And now you can actually see how flat the sail is. So it's actually, it just tips the whole thing out. It tips the top of the leach out, and it just depowers the whole rig. Okay, so if the kids are struggling a bit, they're really overpowered, just drop the sprit off a little bit. Have that, what we call depowering crease. Yep.
So you vang first, then you...
Yeah, you still got to have vang on. Like if it's windy, still always got to have vang on.
Yeah.
Always. But that's just a good depowering mechanism because you can see the sail float there.
Oh, let's take it.
We've also got this this loop at the front here, which basically controls the boom height here. Okay, and it's a loop of rope. It hooks onto the little button here. What it does is it controls. It's like a Cunningham system. So it controls how tight this is. So if we actually hook this on with no twist in it, it's just looped straight over. When we pull this on, this is actually quite tight in here. Okay. We can see that's quite firm there. If I want to make this looser because we're sailing in 5 knots of breeze, okay, push this up. We take a twist, 2, maybe 3 twists. So we put 3 twists in there, push it back on, okay, and now it's much looser. Okay, we can go more twists on is better for light conditions to loosen this, or less twists when it's windier. Okay, so this is like a Cunningham system for us. Okay, exactly, it works the same. It's a little bit set for the day. Okay, so we know it's going to be 5 to 10 knots today. We would put a couple more twists on. The better kids will adjust this when they're out on the water too. They might actually have a look at their setup and go, oh yeah, my luff's a little bit too tight. So they'll back everything off, vang off, they do this out on the water, push the boom up, put another twist on, take some off, whatever they need to do to that there to get this tension right here. Okay? Does that make sense?
It's getting more and more technical.
It is a little.
It's a good way of
I'm trying not to be too technical, but I just want to show you what everything does and why it does it, I guess, and how we can adjust it to suit the conditions. So. So then, once we're set, we've got our tyres right, got our out haul, we've got our vang back on. Let's say it's a medium breeze. Okay, we just want a little bit of vang, but not too much. Okay, remember again, if it's really windy, we want to pull that on to absolute maximum. Pull the boom, or pretty much down to the deck, and just pull that on. We've got our ties here, right? So we're happy with our luff tension here. Okay.
So would you say it's a no twist day today?
No, more twists on if it's lighter. So more twists on lifts the boom up a little and just softens that. How are we off here for our measurement band?
I thought we were good just there.
Yeah, we're pretty good. So we're sort of, pretty much in the middle, just slightly above middle. So we're pretty good. So our diagonal there is stopping the sail from going too high. That one. Actually, it doesn't have a lot of tension on it. So if that band was sort of up here touching the other one, we would need to tighten that diagonal more. Okay. Okay, all of our other ties are pretty good. We're pretty much set. So, as I say, often what I see, and it's a common thing, is kids will be missing a tie, or there's, I'll look up at the top here and I'll go, oh, there's like 6 or 7 mil gap. Like that's just not on. It's got to be pretty firm at the top. That one takes a lot of load. This one needs to be sort of 5 mil off, just so that it can kind of flop. And same with these, they want to be able to just flop over. So we just have them that little bit looser. And the ones up the mast about 1 to 2 mil.
Does anyone use a continuous lacing up here?
No.
So it's all just individuals all the time?
So generally twice around on the mast is good. Once on the boom's fine, and then twice at the corners. So usually a 3mm rope, which is exactly what this is. Okay, same at the top, 3mm rope at the corners, and then the intermediate ties are sort of that 1 to 1.5 mil lacing stuff. Alright, so the only other thing we can do now is we can check what our rake might be. So if we look at our mast step, we've got a little handle to wind the mast forward and back. What that's going to do is help us to either rake the mast back or rake it forward. I'm just going to grab my measuring tape.
So we were rigging up the other way. We were close.
So how are we going? We're learning a bit?
A lot.
Good.
Lots and lots.
So when my girls were travelling, going overseas and nationals and stuff, we used to have, they all started with the little plastic toolboxes from Bunnings and stuff. This is way better, you can fit